Hey cats, good morning. What a beautiful morning it is. Uh, just gorgeous this morning. Another fall day. Within another week or two, the leaves will be turning beautiful colors. Got some rides planned for that. I'm going to head south on the bikes and just enjoy the fall foliage. But anyway, what's wrong with this picture here? Oh, what's my refrigerator doing out here on the front sidewalk? Well, it's been going on me. This thing's like 20 years old. The water dispenser quit working. Some of the shelves were broken. The door shelves were broken. Had to be taped on with tape. So yeah, it had seen its better days, and it just kind of conked on me. So it was time to get a new refrigerator. So I went ahead and ordered one and had that delivered today. But boy, what a process. Now, I don't know if you've ever had to replace your refrigerator before. But if you ever do, be prepared for a workout, unless you have them do it for you. I opted, number one, to not have the old refrigerator hauled away. I can do that myself because it was another $50 for them to load it up and take it. And then the installation, which would encompass hooking up the water line for the ice maker and such, they won't do that. That was another $50. So I said I can do that myself. Well, things didn't go quite as planned. The first thing that happened here, where the water line comes in from the refrigerator, that valve would not shut off. So I had water spraying all over the basement floor, and I pretty much had to shut my water off. And it's still dripping because it's just draining out of the line. But until I get my refrigerator hooked back up, I got no water. Well, here's the new refrigerator. Pretty much almost the same, except the front is gloss, where on my old one it was like this all the way around. But peeling this stuff off is not easy because it wraps all the way around the door. I worked for like 15 minutes to get this off from the side here, and I still have this door to do. I did strip all the tape and everything out of the inside, which took me quite a while. I don't know if I have, this came with it, which I assume are the extra shelves to go in here. I sure hope so, because I need, the extra shelves. And this has one less drawer, because I had a smaller drawer right here. So I don't know how that's going to work. I still have to untape the freezer. I haven't started that yet. So yeah, it's a big job. And then, I don't know, is it getting cool in here yet? It's starting to feel a little cool in there, but it's not freezing in there yet. So hopefully it works by the time I get all this stripped off. I'm going to have to take these handles back off. He put the handles on after he delivered it, and this plastic is behind the handles. So I have to take the handles off again to pull that plastic off of there. What a pain in the neck. Not to mention, all my food, my frozen stuffs are in this cooler. I got other stuff sitting out here. So, and then they told me I didn't need a water line if I already had one. Well, the other refrigerator had a water line on it. Unfortunately, that water line was permanently connected inside the refrigerator, and I couldn't get to it, and it went from the refrigerator all the way down the basement and plugged into the valve down there. So I'm going to have to run to Home Depot this morning and get a water line for this so that I can get my water turned back on. But, you know, I didn't hardly sleep at all last night because I was worried about this. This is what I was worried about, you know, all my food sitting out and, you know, getting the refrigerator turned on, making sure it worked. If it doesn't work, I'm up a creek. A lot of this food is going to have to be tossed. But I think it's going to work. I hear it humming. It's quite a bit quieter than my old refrigerator. So we'll see how that goes. But I think I better run to Home Depot and get my water back on because I can't even flush a toilet right now. Well, I got the new water line connected up there, and there's no drips. And that goes to the new refrigerator. So the floor's dry. Refrigerator's hooked up now. Whew. My water's turned back on. No leaks. Thank goodness. Now, when I was at Home Depot purchasing this refrigerator, they asked me, has this thing got a water line? I said, yes, it does. And here's the water line. But there's a problem here. I disconnected it from the basement, but it goes all the way inside there. And I can't even get to where it disconnects there. And so that's the reason I had to go to Home Depot and get another water line. I mean, they asked me, they said, does your refrigerator have a water line on it? I said, yeah. And they said, well, then you won't need to purchase another one. But if it didn't, you'd have to get a new water line. Well, I had to get a new water line anyways, because I don't know where that connects inside there. It goes inside there. Maybe it connects up in front here to where the water filter is, up underneath there. But hey, I got a new water line, got it hooked in, and that's done. 3.5 hours later, finally got my stuff put in the refrigerator, put in the freezer. It's different than my other refrigerator. Now it's actually a little bit deeper this way, but width is exactly the same as mine. And it's higher than mine because mine old one went to about here. So it's maybe about 5 inches higher than mine. The other thing I don't like about it is I used to be able to fit my butter dish and 2 cakes of butter up here. And now all that fits up there is my butter dish. And then there's not as much room in the door as there was in my other refrigerator. So a lot of that stuff had to go in here. My other refrigerator had a third drawer here for like lunch meats and stuff, but that's not non-existent on this one. So I used one of the trays out of my old refrigerator to access, you know, because it's hard, you duck down and reach way back in there to get stuff, but it's easier just to pull a drawer out like that to get to stuff. And I got another drawer here I'm going to clean up and probably use in here too for kind of the same purpose. So, sheesh. My freezer filled right up, but I still have some room in there. Plus I have another tray up here that I didn't even use yet. The trays in the door are much bigger than the ones on the other refrigerator. So one of the things that I've learned in refrigerator shopping, this is a Frigidaire. But if you go shopping for them, whether it's a Frigidaire, a GE, a Whirlpool, they're pretty much identical. I mean, you open them up and you look inside, the ice makers are the same, the doors are the same. It's like almost like they're made by the same manufacturer. I don't, and they just put a different name on them. I don't know. So it is what it is. And Now I gotta finish. First I gotta take these door handles off. And there's a little tiny set screw in the side there that you loosen up, and then the handles come off, and then I can finish stripping the plastic off of there. So I'm sure that's going to take me another half hour before I get that all stripped off. And then I got to put all my refrigerator magnets back on, put my calendar back up here, and it should be done. You know, I do take my fair share of breaks in my easy chair here, sitting back. Sometimes I'll even fall asleep. But the way I was raised as a kid was, you know, not to spend a lot of idle time, to always keep yourself busy. So I almost feel guilty sometimes when I'm sitting here. But trust me, I get my fair share of sitting around here just relaxing. But anyway, the work's done for today, so I'm thankful for that. Everything went smooth. Refrigerator's up and running perfectly. I'm still going to make a few tweaks in there, you know, just rearranging stuff to where I'm comfortable with the way it is. But other than that, I'm good. You know, I'm often ordering stuff online. Sometimes I use my iPhone. Sometimes I use my computer upstairs. But it's like maybe a small item that I need that's not something real handy to find. And rather than search through 3 or 4 different stores in town, it's just so easier just to click doink, 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 and throw it in your cart, pay for it, delivery in 2 or 3 days usually. But I order so many small little oddball things that a lot of times I forget what I order. And I'll go out to the mailbox and I'll find a package in there and I'll think, what the heck is this? And I bring it in the house, I open it, and I go, oh yeah, I ordered that like a week ago, totally forgot about it. And there are things that I need, but probably some things I could do without. So the other day, yesterday, I go out to the mailbox and I find this package and I'm thinking, okay, what did I order now? Well, I open it up and I find a note in here. I'm like, well, I didn't order this. This isn't something that I ordered. It's from Deb and Terry Sanders. It is the sad trombone. Well, that's interesting. I've never heard of that before. Pull it out of the box here and see what it is. Some little decals. And a little book or something. Okay, and then this is wrapped up here. It's a little trombone in a trombone case. Oh man. Well, that's pretty cool. Now every time I blunder, I can hit that and play me a sad trombone song. Thank you very much, Deb and Terry. I really appreciate it. It's always fun getting something in the mail from, you know, my fans. And, you know, you guys, over the years, I've gotten quite a few things from all of you, and I really appreciate that. I don't expect it at all. I'm not asking for handouts, but man, you guys really surprised me. I've got so many cool things. I could go around here and show you all kinds of stuff that, you know, you guys have sent me. So, but anyway, thank you, Deb and Terry, for that sad trombone. And look, there's another package today. I know what that is. When I ordered my new refrigerator, there was only 3 of these bins in the door. I ordered an extra one so that I have 4 bins, actually 5 bins in the door now. So it gives me a little more space. Nice. It is the following day and a rainy one. I thought I was going to be smart and put my old refrigerator out here in the garage and plug it in. And I came out this morning and the fridge wasn't working. The outlet was dead. Well, I started checking around. My garage door openers weren't working. And I'm like, oh, great. I checked the circuit box and nothing was tripped there. I thought, okay, I got GFI. So I thought, well, up there's the GFI for my garage door opener. But that wasn't tripped. And I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. Well, I start looking around. I do have other GFIs, so I had one there. I checked that. That one wasn't tripped. I don't know. I couldn't figure it out. So I started following the power. And I realized that for the garage door openers and everything, and it runs these outlets, it drops down, the main feed drops down right in front of my truck. So I come over here, and no wonder I didn't see it, and I forgot there's a GFI right there in front of my truck, and that was the one that was tripped. I reset that, everything works again. But that refrigerator needs I think at least a 20 amp, and I think we're only running maybe 15 in here on the outlets. So that was my bad, my dumb fault. I guess I've said before, I'm no electrician. I hope you all enjoyed the video today. If you did, hit the like button, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe and continue to join me. I certainly appreciate all your support. Till next time, cats, I'll catch you later. Now let's see what there is to eat in here.